they will include a trade-off, because you have to give up something when you make a choice. And the cost of what you give up is what we call opportunity cost. A major concept in economics, directly the consequences of scarcity. So check the next video on opportunity cost.